so excited. There you go, I hit record. Welcome to day one of Business Magic. I'm so excited. Hi, everyone. So you need just paper and pen. I didn't make slides like some of you know from last year. I was like, this is not a slides workshop. This is just like a slightly more channeled, not even slightly, like a channeled workshop. I have notes, but we're channeling too and receiving. So I didn't make slides. So all you need is paper and pen, or if you want to type, but I reckon paper and pen. Hi. And something to drink, because energy work will make you thirsty, because we need everything to be flowing beautifully through us. And so if you don't get thirsty on the call, you will probably get thirsty later. So please have water with you or tea. I have a giant thing of water and a whole cup. And I will probably go through a lot of it. So we have 3 beautiful days together. The last time I ran a 3-day workshop was like 2017. So I'm so excited just to like have this extra space and time with you. And as magic happened, it just turned out perfectly that I wanted to have the same time every day, and that happened for this week, and the timing is perfect. So we are sitting here in perfect timing for me, and then also in perfect timing for you, because my intention is always that the right people come into the right space at the right time. So you're here at the right time for you, and I'm just adding people as you will arrive. I'm keeping my inbox open for a moment, just in case anyone has a problem, and then I'll shut that down. So we have 3 days together. It's totally okay if you don't come to every day, and it's totally okay if you do. The replays will be available within a couple of hours. Like once they upload, I'll send them out. And if you're watching this actually on YouTube or listening on the podcast, you will have access to day 1. And if you want the rest, find the show notes and you can sign up for day 2 and day 3. So day 1, we are going to be remembering and activating the magic that you hold within you into your business. Day 2, we're going to be, I'm going to say learning, but I'm going to be sharing processes. So let's say learning, but not because you don't know what you're doing or how to do it, but just like we're remembering how to actually use your magic in your business and how to spread it through. So all of you except the first 2 or 3 that signed up, because then I was like, I'm going to add a little form. So all but the first 2 or 3 filled out a really brief form, like what would feel like magic in your business, or what would feel like a miracle. I can't even remember the questions, but you basically all wrote variations of the same thing. I want to sign more clients in a way. Hi, all the new faces. I want to sign more clients in a way that is easier for me, lighter on my system, more consistent. I want to receive more money, also easier, more consistent, lighter on my system. I want to create same vibe, like in a way that's going to make me feel really good in my business. I want to feel better about myself in my business. And so we're going to be looking at those elements tomorrow. And then day 3, we're going to be looking at re-engaging and sustaining your magic. So when I say re-engaging, and remember, see, I said remember, but like see how I'm using words like remember and reactivate and re-engaging. We're not like your magic is already in you. It's already in your business. You're creating something out of nothing every single day. That is pretty fucking magical. And sorry if there are little people around. I do swear. I swear in front of my kids now, and they've started swearing, and it's a whole thing, but I do swear. So just take notes. So day 3, re-engaging and sustaining your magic. Because it's one thing to know how to activate it. It's another to know how to use it. It's a whole other game to know how to re-engage with it when you feel blocked or stuck, and how to sustain it so you can keep using your magic in your business. And the thing that's going to be the most magical is me trying to do all of this in 1 hour a day. Because if you've ever been on a call with me, like, when do I only talk for 60 minutes? We're going to try. There's no problem if we go a little bit over, but that was my intention. It dropped in as like 3 1-hour workshops. I'll try not talk fast because that won't be enjoyable, but we're going to see how we go. You can always ask me questions, pop in the chat. You can just lift like your actual hand. I'm not too fussed about if you ask me a question in the middle, at the end, like just whenever works. I trust the flow of the session as much as I trust the flow of the questions that come through you. If you get that like racy heart thing that happens before we talk online to a group of people or in person, usually that means that what you have to say is you're connected to someone else's frequency as well, and someone else is also thinking that or wants to ask, like that question is powerful for the group. It's not just like, oh, don't take it personally, like, oh, I feel nervous to talk in front of a group. I want you to see it as like, oh, I'm being activated on behalf of everyone. There's a question here that I need to share. And so please feel free and safe to do so here. Okay, a few things. Okay, replays will be sent out. I will invite you into my mastermind later because it's beautiful. And also this 3 days is whole and complete on its own. If you are keen on Brave, if you're not already in it, some of you here are already in, the early bird ends this Friday, the 31st of January. We're going to be blending kinesiology, NLP, business alignment coaching, energy and emotion balancing techniques, visualizations, woven through elements of quantum physics, which is so magical. And I'm going to explain it in a really simple way because it used to just blow my mind. And I was like, if I didn't understand it, I couldn't tap into it. So I just want to share with you like the simplest way that you can tap into it to create magic in your business. And you might anticipate goosebumps. I got goosebumps when I was creating it. Tears, little hot flushes, or like extra saliva flowing. Your tummy might gurgle as you start to drop into a more rested state. Your nervous system will show you that you are receiving differently. Your palms might get a bit sweaty. You might just experience different sensations in your body and just notice those. Don't judge them, just see what comes through for you. You might have waves of emotion, waves of sensation. Just trust that even if there's discomfort, you're safe. It might feel uncomfortable, but you are safe in the discomfort. And as always, asking permission for your unconscious mind to take on everything that you need, leaving anything that you don't. And another way I love to play with that is you can forget things now and remember them when you need them. So you can take on what you need and release the rest. And you can forget things and then in a day or a month or 6 months or 10 years be like, oh my God, I just remembered that thing that woman, what's her name, Cass, said 10 years ago. And that's when I need this now. So just trust your mind and your body to take on what you need when you need it. So let's dive in, shall we? First, we're just going to give our bodies a little shake, shake, shake. And you're going to laugh. Message my mom quickly, just be like, is the aircon still on? Because I think it might have turned off and it's extremely hot today in Sydney. So let's just say quickly, big question. There you go. So we're going to give our bodies a little shake. I'm going to take my enoughness essence that I created last year. And closing your eyes, just going to drop in for a moment. You can keep your video on or off, whatever feels good for you throughout the whole session, of course, and especially if we do when we do visualizations, meditations, all of that good stuff. So closing your eyes, taking a breath, and just releasing anything from the day, the night, depending on where you are, the week, the month, the year, even though it's only January 28th. I saw a funny meme that said, next week is still January. How many months does this month have? So we're taking a breath and we're landing here. And I'd love for you to envision yourself sitting on a grass, or a bed of green grass, verdant green grass. You might sit down. You might decide you want to lie down and just spread your arms out like angel wings. And with every breath in and out, you begin to feel and sense the grass, the earth breathing with you. So you breathe and the earth breathes. And with every inhalation and exhalation, where you are held by this beautiful, deep green, cleansing, calming, healing earth and grass, with every breath, the earth starts to breathe for you even more deeply, anchoring you so firmly into feeling so held. And after a few breaths, you feel weightless. You feel an effortlessness moving through you with each breath. Your body sinking deeper and deeper into the grass, into the earth. And as you lie there, a beautiful sunbeam moves through clouds or through trees. And it moves over an area of your body where you feel right now you need that light, that sunshine, that energy. It might be your entire body and energy system. It might be one area of a focused area on your body. Third eye chakra, heart, anywhere. And as the earth breathes with you, for you, that beautiful golden white light moves into your body, clearing and cleansing anything that feels heavy or stagnant or stuck. And it becomes a golden orb that's we're going to play with again throughout our workshop. And once it's done its initial job, you can pop that golden orb anywhere, knowing you're going to use it later. So you might pop it in your heart or put it in your pocket. Maybe it sits with you just outside your body, in your energy system. And setting an intention now here today for either today or for our days together. Anything that you want to create, receive, but also to understand and believe more deeply about yourself and how you show up in your work, in your business. And then taking a deep breath in and sealing that intention with an inhalation can open your eyes and take a moment to jot it down. And if you would like to share it in the chat, you're absolutely welcome to. You don't have to, but it's there if you want to share it. And as I invited you all to receive that intention, I got a wave of goosebumps down my left, like the back of my head and arms. So I told you we're going to get goosebumps. There might be tears. There might be laughter. I didn't write laughter, but that too. Lots of energy receiving and clearing and processing. So while you jot that down and if anyone wants to share, I'm going to tell you what business magic is to me, and then you're just going to think about what it is to you, because my magic and the way I perceive it and see it is different to how you perceive it and see it and use it. And that's the whole point. And we're going to go deeper into that in a minute. For me, business magic is a big, beautiful combination of the vision that you have for yourself in the world, for your work. It's that energy of this is a long list, okay? So we're just going to go with like a fruit salad. Your desire of what you're here to create and how that feels in your body and how that lands for you. It's your belief in yourself to meet that vision, to match that desire. It's you tapping into your flow and knowing that you can turn the flow on and turn the flow off. And we're going to dive into this even more on day 3, but how you can, when you stop working, like I always say, your business doesn't stop when you do. So it's how you can keep your flow moving when you've stopped, because we can do that. We can be like, I'm stopping, but my flow can keep flowing. Thank you. It's about the resonance of what your alignment feels like to you and how you move that through your body and your business. It's your connection to your intuition and source, the universe, whoever and whatever is a connection of power for you. Angels, ancestors, guides, all of the above. It is your connection with your business. I ask you a lot, and if you're a client, you know, what does your business say? What does your business want you to do next? That is so magical, having that connection. It's taking big action. Big action is magical. And when I say big action, it's the energy of bigness. It could be sending a one-liner email. Doesn't need to take hours to be big action. It is your trust in yourself. It's your persistence. Persistence is one of the most, like, I won't say underrated, but I would say like undercover emotions and energies that we need as successful entrepreneurs. You need to be so persistent. You need to be so persistent because you need to keep showing up and creating and receiving and doing this, even if it didn't work out, even if you don't know the how, even if you and your relationship with persistence is what helps you create and sustain and maintain success in your business. And it's your body and your connection to your body and the way that you can support your nervous system as well to receive, to show up. And also when you feel activated, because we feel growth will activate us and it's not a bad thing, right? And so it's knowing, where do I feel activated because I'm growing, and where do I feel activated because I'm feeling triggered and I actually need to step back and rest. And it's your relationship with possibility, which is what we're talking about today as well. And possibility and belief go really hand in hand. And so I want you to think for a moment, what is business magic for you? It could be everything I just said and something more. It could be something like probably not completely different, but like something else that I haven't mentioned there, or you receive it in a different way. So if you could just tell me in the chat a couple of words, either what business magic is for you, like what does it comprise of, or what does it feel like for you? Love that. It resonates on so many levels. The intention that dropped in for you was to remember it's safe to create the vision I see. Yes. And love that the first thing you said, use all of those words. Beautiful confirmation. I love that. Flow, peace, safety, and joy. Yes. Living in complete alignment with a creative life. Business magic is about flow and joy. Yes. And so as these keep coming through, a big piece around flow is that business magic is the remembrance that you get to change the trajectory of every flow in your business, all the channels of flow. So if we think of meridian channels, how energy flows through meridians, I almost want you to see the magic in your business as channels where you can like close one off and redirect it. Or like when I take my kids to water play parks, there are often like there can be big channels of water and you can put a little dam down and the water goes elsewhere. I want you to almost see it like that. And I want you to remember that you have such a capacity and a power to add more flow to channels in your business and to redirect that flow. So what that looks like in practical action, we'll look at more tomorrow in terms of signing more clients and creating more money and income and consistency. But what it looks like energetically, or what it feels like, is finding that channel and actually intentionally adding more energy and flow there and clearing blocks that might be sitting there so it can actually flow. And you've heard me say this before, I'm sure, and I will say it again until I'm blue in the face. You are never getting in your own way. You are the way forward. You're never getting in. I will never say, let's just get you out of your own way, because you're not getting in your own way. You might want to say that, and I understand the Instagram memes that say that, like I get it, but I also never want you to make yourself feel like you have blocked yourself on purpose, because why would you do that? And that you are a problem to get rid of in your business. You are the solution. You are the magic in your business. So let's just put that out there. If anything feels blocked, I'm not saying we can't take responsibility for it, because let's do that as well. But let's also not be mean to ourselves about something not flowing the way we want it to. So when things aren't flowing, my take on it in terms of business magic is that you've either forgotten how magical you are, you've forgotten how to tap into your flow, you've forgotten how to connect with source, you've forgotten your power of deciding what to do. And I'm going to share with you a process later of how we actually go from that intention to that beautiful outcome. Or you might be trying to tap into someone else's magic. So that could look like comparison. It could look like taking on with a lot of love someone else's advice that doesn't fully align with you, or just seeing how someone else is doing something and trying to do it that way without actually filtering it through your own energy. And if we look at this from like a Harry Potter perspective, if you tried to take someone else's wand, your magic doesn't work, right? So we're going to put everyone else's wands down, even everyone else's spells, and you are going to energetically pick up your own wand, whether you liked Harry Potter or not, and let your magic come through you in a way that it can only come through you. That's not to say we can't take someone else's advice or support, but you have to filter it through you. And I think that sometimes we can be, when we're pulled out of our own business magic, what happens is because we're not tapped into our belief, because we're not tapped into possibility, because we're not tapped into that flow that actually holds us and sustains us and moves us through, we actually create so much more work for ourselves. Things get harder and heavier and denser. And when business magic feels fun, energizing, and inspiring, yes, and the fun is really important as well. So when things start to feel dense, I'm not saying that like we have to be high vibe to create success at all. Some of you were in my workshop around like 18 months ago called Show Up and Vibe. It's about showing up no matter your mood and being able to be persistent in your business and consistent through all seasons. But there is something that happens when we tap out of belief and out of alignment and out of resonance with what we want, out of belief in ourselves. The energy around us does start to feel a little bit denser. And then we're wading through stuff. We're making more work for ourselves. It's like walking through water with like a weighted vest on. Let's just like get that weight off us and tap back into this is possible, this or something better. I'm going to talk later about the third option, that it's the one that we haven't thought of yet because we don't need to think of it because it can come to us without us thinking about it. And so we're actually going to make business feel easier today and ongoing because of the magic that you're going to tap into within yourself. And one of my favorite recently heard phrases about business growth is from Ryan Serhant, who is a real estate agent in New York. And I was watching Owning Manhattan and like a few months ago, and then one of his reels came up on Instagram, and he said the key to success is delusion, blood, sweat, and years. And I loved that. Delusion is what we're going to be tapping into here. Delusion is, fuck, anything's possible, and I'm just going to make it happen, and it's going to be this or something better, and this is in my power, and I can do this, and I get to do this. And what if this all works out? What if the dreamiest dream of mine, the biggest vision of mine, works out, or something better in the way that maybe I can't even see it yet? And that's the delusion. You've got to be a little bit delusional to create and run your own business out of nothing. Right, that's the delusion. The blood is the heart energy that pumps through us. It's the passion, it's the conviction within yourself of your work. It's your joy. It's like all these fun things. It's that fun, it's energizing. The sweat is the hard work. Now, to me, there's a difference, and I've got a podcast episode on it. There's a difference between hard work and working harder. Hard work is sitting down to map out a system or create a new opt-in or write a new workshop or whatever it is, where you're sitting down and you're tapped into flow and you're tapped into magic, and you still got to put your bum in the chair and do the work. That's different to working harder, where you never get up from your desk and you drain yourself and you spiral and you put yourself in like too many places at once and you run yourself into the ground and all of those things. So hard work, yes. Working harder, no. And then there's the years. So it's delusion, blood, sweat, and years. Years is time, but and we're going to talk about this later. Time we can collapse as well, which is part of quantum physics and part of the magic of your business. And I often say some results take more time and some results take more belief, which is that quantum, the energetics, the magic. And yet some things we just have to do for a bit longer and we get better at them. And also part of what I talk about so often is how everything you do in your business is creating more clients, creating more money, creating more income, more impact, more opportunities, because it all has a ripple effect in your energy field, in your business field, and everything multiplies and everything builds on each other. And so the years is this we're holding it like it's a pinch of salt. Yes, some things just take more time, and some things take more of that belief, that resonance, that alignment, and then we can collapse the wave, which we're going to talk about, and actually create results faster. And it feels like it's out of thin air, but it's not. It's from your magic, right? And so I want you to just notice where there's already magic in your business. And I want you to take a moment and to really just tune into, where is there already magic in my business? Where is there already a connection with my business? A connection with my body? Where do I already have clients finding me out of the blue? I always say you think it's out of the blue, but it's because you are you. Where have I started before I was ready? And there's that trust and that tapping into momentum. Where did I let myself do less than I thought I had to do? Where am I trusting the outcome before it's here more than before? So just take a moment. And if you want to share with me in the chat, you can. Where am I showing up to create something out of nothing? Like waving a magic wand. Where am I already receiving downloads and insights and information and then expressing that out into the world? Where am I already receiving money on the internet? That's magic. What? So I want you to look at, where am I already? Because when we're looking at this so that we can expand it. So take a moment and tell me in the chat, if you want, where are you already creating, tapping into, receiving magic in your business? And while those come through, because sometimes Zoom chat's super slow, I'm going to tell you how we're going to play with business magic. And then we're going to move into some quantum realm magic pieces. And timing wise, I'm doing really well. So number one, if we look at this from like in a process of using magic in our business, we receive or we create the idea. And I say it like that because sometimes the idea drops in and you're like, oh, this is just fully formed and I'm just going to roll with this. And sometimes it's less overt. It's more of a nudge, like there's this thing I want to create. Okay. And then you have to more consciously create that idea. So we receive or we create this idea, the intention, the desire forms in our body. That's the first piece of using your own magic in your business. You just created an idea out of nothing, or you pulled it out of thin air, or you allowed yourself to receive it through your intuition, through your body, through your connection with your business. Then we tap into the energetics. We tap into possibility thinking. We tap into your belief. We tap into alignment and resonance. We have to resonate with the energy of the belief to actually feel aligned with it. And we can change the belief, we can change our energy, we can change the resonance, we can change any piece of that if we're not feeling aligned with it. And that's why sometimes like I might throw a belief out at you and you might say, no, I don't resonate with that. No, I don't feel aligned with that. And that's okay. Sometimes that's like, I just don't need that. Like you get like a cross in your body. I don't need, that's not for my highest good. That's not for my growth. And sometimes it's like, well, that's for your highest growth. And there's just a lot of resistance there. I've just lost his name. Stephen Pressfield writes, and I'm totally paraphrasing, but often we have the most resistance to something that is on the other side of that is our biggest soul growth. So sometimes you feel resistance because you're like, meh, don't need it. And sometimes the resistance is like, oh, I really need that. So we feel that, and then we tap into also the energetics of enoughness, which is that I actually get to have this. I get to believe this about myself. I get to deepen this, even if I don't have all the physical evidence that I want. I get to be a little bit delusional about my goals and my vision and my belief in myself. And then we do the clearing. We clear energy, emotions, and the air around us. We clear the field. That's through so many techniques that we're going to go through today, like over the next few days. And we make that space to receive, to move forward, to reconnect with that fun, with the energy, with the joy, with the flow, with that alignment, the peace, safety, joy, everything that you've all written there. And then our alignment actually has space to become expressed in our actions and our energy, and that creates results, or AKA business miracles. So we we get the idea. I'm going to just simplify that. We get the idea. We tap into our belief and alignment. We tap into our magic. We clear anything that's in the way. Remember, we're not the problem. We just clear some stuff or anchor into or embody even more. It's not always clearing. Just before I used my cards, the belief balance deck, and I tapped into, I pulled 2 cards. Actually, 4 came out of the second pull, but I said, what's something I need to tap into for this workshop? And what's something I need to tap out of for this workshop? So you can tap into energies and you can tap out too. We're not always clearing. Sometimes we're like, I need more of that. So sometimes it's also not about clearing out, but it's about calling in and embodying more. And then that's when your alignment becomes action. Your alignment becomes the expression of the possibility thinking. And we need both. We need that inner alignment work and the outer expression work to create those beautiful business miracles. And so let's look at possibility thinking. And there's an amazing book called The Possibility Principles by Mel Schwartz. If you want to read more about this, I find it really easy to read and understand. And I really enjoy how he talks about quantum physics. And so possibility thinking is rooted in the idea that we create our reality based on our thoughts, our energy, our emotions, the beliefs that we hold. And what is really, this was the part that my brain used to not fully get. Quantum physics supports this idea that like our thoughts, to simplify, our thoughts create our reality by looking at the fact that all of the results we want, let's say that, already exist in a state of potentiality. They already exist all around us. Every single result you want, not just in your business, but in your life, already exists out there in the field. And they're waves of possibilities, waves of particles that float around. And what happens is that they are waves of potential until they are observed, until they are measured, until we focus on them, and then they collapse into an outcome. So everything is possible. And when we focus on it, we can actually bring it into an outcome. We can actually bring it into reality. And so the potential outcomes of, say, a client signing into your new offer, that exists in the field as potential, as particles of potentiality, of possibility. And when you focus on that, a client is signing into my new workshop. A client is coming into my new offer. When you observe that, the wave collapses, which sounds bad, but it's good. It collapses into an actual particle that can become a result in your business. And so basically, when you focus on a particular possibility that could exist in your business with belief, with clarity, with intention, you amplify the likelihood of that possibility collapsing into reality. That's why people can say, especially in NLP, we say, like, let's collapse that timeline. Let's make that shorter, because we can look at, it's actually bringing in a little bit of quantum physics. Let's collapse that into reality by focusing on it. And we don't need to worry about time. Time is actually non-linear also in so many ways, and with energy work. And so what we're going to be doing over the next few days also is focusing on goals, outcomes, little miracles, big miracles that you want in your business with belief, with intention. And when you focus on that, you're going to bring it into reality from your magic, from your joy, from your flow. And what's really important here is, I'm going to talk about the opposite for a moment. When people will say to me, clients will say, I'm so worried that because I'm worried it won't happen, I'm going to make it not happen. And what I want to say there is that your intention there is incredibly important. You might be worried, let's just go with the client example, that a client won't sign or you won't call in the number of clients that you want, but you're not putting intention behind that as a goal. That's not your goal. You're allowed to have a fear or a thought. You're a human being. And you get to put that on the side and say, oh, I had a fear, I had a thought that I wouldn't sign a client. Breathe that out. And now I get to actually focus on the possibility, the truth that every possibility that I want in my business already exists. What's the one I'm going to focus on? We're going to do some techniques today as well. And how can I bring that into reality? By actually focusing on that possibility so I can collapse that wave and bring it into my business and then receive it, clear the air, clear the emotions, clear the field, and bring it into my business. And that's how we can use our energy, our thoughts, our beliefs, our intentions to create more of what we want in our business without actually working harder, without working more hours, without burning yourself out, without having your laptop open literally all day until it gets hot and like explodes. God forbid, we don't want to actually explode our laptops. And so there are a few concepts that I want us to weave into together. But first, I just want to stop and drop that in. So here's what we're going to do. You can close your eyes for a moment, give your body a little shake, shake, shake. Actually, if you want, have a sip of water. I would love for you, or I invite you to, as you close your eyes, and you take a deep, beautiful breath in, imagining, envisioning, visualizing this field of potential that exists around you. Now, obviously on the quantum realm, we can't see these, they're too little, but let's just pretend that we can see and feel this state of potentiality, these waves of possibilities that are just everywhere in your business. So available to you. Every single outcome, goal, desire, intention, result that you want to create in your business is already out there and created in some form. And I want you to just choose one that you want to focus on over the next few days. I know you might have already received an intention. What's one outcome of potential that you actually want to focus on and collapse into reality over the next few days? Now, remember, it might take more time, but it also might just take more belief. And sometimes that belief is not even in the outcome, but it's the belief in believing that it's possible for you. And as you sit there, just breathing that in, you just notice how your body feels as you step into this field of infinite possibilities. And notice what you're tuning into, what belief you're tuning into now, what energy or frequency you're tuning into. You can think of it like a radio dial, or I like to see it often like cooking with gas. Like, what are you turning up and turning down? And if you want to place your hands over your heart or your emotional stress release points, which are just on your forehead, the easiest way is just your whole hand just on your forehead. So like pinky finger kind of just across your eyebrows. And just breathe in and just feel into, it's a practice. What is my internal frequency aligned with? And how can I just turn this up? Everything that could exist already exists in this field around me. And I'm now tuning into a specific outcome, a business miracle. And how does that feel in my body? And can I turn that up and turn that up until it feels like I'm buzzing, I'm pulsing with that? And with that, a thought is going to start weaving its way through you. And that thought is this: what if it did work out? What if it did work out? And you're going to breathe that in, and you can release your hands if you want, keeping your eyes closed, remembering that in business magic, your energy precedes your outcome. Energy precedes matter. What you think and what you feel and sense and create and anchor into in your body creates. So that means that shifts in your energy, shifts in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your beliefs, they happen before physical reality changes. How powerful are you that you can do that? How powerful are you that you can change your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs and actually create a different outcome? You create miracles in your business every single day because you know how to change your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your beliefs. And this alignment creates ripples in your body, in the field around you, in the quantum field, your energy field, in your business field. And these ripples move out and they keep moving. They keep moving even when you stop. They keep moving when you're sleeping, when you're eating, when you're watching Netflix on the couch. These ripples are moving through and they create those physical outcomes, the clients, the money, the opportunities. And that's why you don't have to be at your desk to receive clients. You don't have to be on your phone to receive income. You don't have to be working that day for a client to find you, fall in love with you, and click buy now. And you paying attention to your power and your belief expands your power and your belief. And it becomes more and more tangible, more and more physical in the realm around you. And so you're breathing this in, focusing your energy on this possibility that you want to create and receive. And if a fear or a doubt comes in, that's so fine because you're human. This isn't about perfection. This is about tapping into magic. So you're not going to shame yourself. You're not going to bypass it, but you're also not going to attach to that. You get to choose what you're expanding, and you're expanding these possibilities, the possibility that you really, really desire. And remember, because we're tapped into this field of possibility, it's that outcome that you're really aligned with, or something better. And it's the remembrance that some results take more time and some results take more belief. So connecting now with your future self. Time is non-linear. The version of you who's created this outcome, she already exists. They already exist. And you're going to tap into your future self. You're going to welcome her into your energy. Maybe you see her in your mind's eye. Visualization is such a powerful tool for creating magic. And see yourself. She's already created this outcome or something better. There can be a third option that we just haven't thought of yet because we don't need to. And you're living this outcome, you're living this magic. You created it because you are so powerful. And you're going to now bring that orb back, that golden light, that golden orb that you received at the very beginning of our session together. And you get to play with where this is now as we work with this. It might be just outside of you. You might want to hold it in your hands. It might be in your chest now, in your heart. You might be in the orb. It's just completely encompassing you. It might not even be a golden white light. It might have shifted or changed. And in that orb is your magic. It's your field of, your key to your field of possibility, of potential. And it helps you, it's like a tuning fork. It helps you to tune more deeply, more fully into the energies, the frequencies of more of what you want. And then almost like scanning your body, it scans your body for those denser frequencies or the fears, and it just disperses them. We can't destroy energy. We can always transmute it. Remember, we're just shifting the flow. So it's always available to you to expand your magic, to disperse any dense energy. Remember, we're not judging it. We're just saying, is this useful for me right now? Is this helpful? If not, I'm gonna shift it. I'm gonna move it around. And in this beautiful orb of whatever color it is, you see yourself again, this future self. You now see her in this orb doing all of those expressed aligned actions that are bringing this potential into actual flow for you, into form. And there's nothing you ever need to do to like clear or heal this orb. It's just always here. It is perfect in its energy, in its potential. It's opening you up to unexpected possibilities, because where uncertainty lives is where every option lives. Uncertainty is actually possibility. And keeping this in mind with that or something better, you're going to receive some kind of next step for yourself, some kind of expression that needs to come through you, this aligned expression, something that needs to move out of your body, out through your hands or your voice, your head, your heart, something that needs to come through you, an action, whether it's actually something that you need to tell people around you in your business or something that you need to do internally. And you're going to see how doing that action connects you so powerfully, so beautifully with the future self, your future self who has created, received, anchored into that potential outcome or something better from her magic, from your magic. Sensing, what is she feeling now? You've received that action. So you've already started to weave that magic back through time and space to right here and now, and letting it land in your body. So taking a moment to breathe in that next action step, that aligned expression of your magic. Feeling and sensing that magic within you, moving it through your body out into the field around you. Remember those ripples that keep rippling and keep moving, even when you slow down. Often, especially when you slow down, because you give them a bit more energy to actually move where they need to without feeling like you need to control them. And you're going to take a deep, powerful breath in and out. And just take a moment whenever you feel ready. You can open your eyes and jot down any insights that came to you. Feeling that energy of your future self, the field of possibility, potential. And if you want to share with me in the chat, or I'll spotlight myself. So if you would like to come off mute and share with me on video, it'll be confidential still. You'll only see me in the replay. And I would love to hear if you want to share. And look at me, I actually finished early. That is magic too. We have time for questions and all of that good stuff. But yeah, giving you a moment to just let that land for yourself. So while you're jotting that down, if there are any questions or anything that you just want to share from your experience or how you're feeling now, or something that feels possible or true or available to you that didn't before, please feel free to share with me. And while that's coming through, I will share with you if this talk about working with your magic and becoming more aligned and becoming more expressed feels expansive for you. I would love to invite you into Brave, which is my mastermind for when you feel ready, or just before you feel ready even, to go bigger than before. And I'm doing something I've never done before, which is we're going to be meeting twice a week. And our first call of the week, which will be on a Wednesday, which will be about becoming more aligned. It's going to be more of the inner work. And our second call of the week will be about becoming more expressed. It's the outer work. It's not hard and fast rules. You can bring any questions to any days, and you don't have to come to both days. They are there for you so that there is that blend and balance of, I'm going to do this inner work, and then how am I going to express this out into the world as well. And it also just gives us more time to be together and to coach and clear and align and do all of that work to bring your business up into the place where you feel like it's ready to be and where you're ready to be. So when I send out the replay, I will pop the link in there. And as I said, early bird ends on Friday. That was lovely. Thank you. I feel like I need to listen to it again to fully take it all in and answer the questions about all the ways I create magic in my business. Yeah, it's really beautiful when you actually look at how you're already creating magic in your business and not just like rush past that, rush over that. Thank you so much, Cass. That was amazing. And I got goosebumps. My action that came through was about creating a container of space to make more things happen. I'm doing that today by creating a day of space. Yeah, beautiful. So good. So like I said, the replays will be available really soon. So if you do want to touch back in whenever you want. And then if you can come to each day, I do recommend it if you've got that time and space, or if you can create the time and space. And if you have questions about joining me in the mastermind, please let me know. You can hit reply, you can send me a DM. There are 2 options. You can join the group container, or you can add on one-on-one sessions as well. The clearest vision came to me and it feels so light and spacious and exciting. Thank you. As always, pure magic. Thank you. So grateful. Thank you, everyone. I'll wait another moment if there's anything else, because I know, as I said, Zoom can be a little bit slow. And if you feel ready, like, I'll wait to see what comes through. Thank you so much. Loved it. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you. Brave. Yes. So Braves, we start on the 5th of March and we're going to be moving through. So some of you already have been in my mastermind before, and you'll know that there's that beautiful portal where there is mini courses, trainings, masterclasses, and really clear frameworks of strategy for signing clients, for pitching to corporates and podcasts, for messaging work, for sales page work. So there's all of the really clear strategy, but always from that belief work, from the alignment work first. So you'll actually receive access to the entire Aligned and Unstoppable Mastermind portal, which is going to sit just next to the Brave portal. And then in Brave, we're going to be meeting twice a week, and it will really be about going deep into, I really believe being in business is daily tiny acts of bravery. How do I need to show up a little bit braver than before? How do I need to show up in a way that actually might scare the living daylights out of me? But I'm going to find that grit, that persistence, that belief, and that magic inside me to do something that I've never done before. Or I just got goosebumps, or to do it in a way that I've never done it before, or to do it again when it hasn't worked the way I wanted it to. And I think that the way I said before, persistence is an undercover or an underrated quality in entrepreneurship. I think bravery, I don't think we talk enough about it. You have to be very brave to trust your enoughness in deeper and deeper ways as you grow your business, as you show up more. You have to be really brave to say, this is the goal that I want to create. I have no idea how. And I say that even if you're a seasoned entrepreneur who has done so many beautiful things in your business, when you decide to create something new, you haven't created it yet. Yes, in the field of potential, it already exists, so we need to bring it in. But there are new levels of your self-concept that you need to step into. You know how people will say new level, new devil. So I don't like to use the term devil so much, but we always, like, every level we step into is another initiation into our enoughness, into our gifts, into our greatness. And that can also bring up a lot of stuff, because we do need to be in alignment with what we are wanting to resonate with, so we can actually resonate with it and actually be the vessel and create the space to not just receive the idea for it, but to also receive the insight and the steps and know how to, we want to express that externally. And when I say expression, another way of expression, another word for expression is your strategy. What are you going to do? What's the step you're going to do? But the biggest piece is the belief and the alignment work first. It's like 90% of the work. That is the work. The actual strategy Yes, as I said, there might be hard work involved of sitting down, but it's not hard. What do? I write this and I do that and I put it on the internet and I send an email. That's strategy. Okay. Or I do this price and then I put this price. And like, strategy is not the hard part. And I'm not even saying the energy work is hard, but what I mean is the work is in the energy work. The work is in becoming aligned with what you desire and making that space. And what we've just started to do today, tapping into that and believing in something and in yourself in bigger ways, more than before, and expanding your self-concept as you expand what you're able to receive and create. Because when you go bigger in your business, you need to be able to receive more. And that also takes bravery. I'm worthy of receiving more. I'm able to receive and hold more. I'm going to do self-concept work tomorrow as well. I'm really good at receiving more in my business. I'm really good at holding more. What if this keeps working out? What if this is working out? What if this gets to just work out? And so that's the piece of doorbells ringing. That's the piece of bravery, tapping into that, going bigger than before from your enoughness, from ease, from power, with your magic. And that's what we're going to be doing in Brave, alongside all the actual strategy workshops, worksheets. I love a worksheet. Meditations, NLP, kinesiology, business alignment coaching, all of that work. Using my belief balance cards, clearing work. Yeah, Sharina's so excited. And yeah, bringing all of that together. And there's so much, so the work, we're in a group, but I really pride myself on really getting to know everyone in my containers and really bringing out like everyone, there's space for everyone. So your coaching is someone else's coaching and someone else's coaching is yours. And so even if you don't ask a question on a call, you're going to leave cleared. You're going to leave aligned. You're going to leave with that space for expression. And I'm very excited. So we're going to meet the first 3 weeks of every month. The last week of the month is off for integration, for space to create. And the first 3 weeks of the month, we're going to be meeting twice a week. But as I said, you don't have to come to every call. I already know some clients can't come to every call because of other commitments, but the replays will be there for you. And that last week is for integration, creation, client work, a swim at the beach. And I'm excited. I've never actually set up my business in that way. I'm blocking myself out even from other client work that last week of the month for me to have more space to create as well. So I'm really excited. And if you have questions, I'm here. You can choose 6 months or 12 months. And you get access immediately to Fully Booked and Fully Creative, which is one of the core programs that helps you sign more clients using your creativity and using your creative work while you build your body of work, and actually using both of those together so that you get to grow your client base and your creativity without burning out. And I find that often when we work for ourselves, there are two sides. There's the client work and the creative work. And we need to find a way to balance and blend both of them so that we don't feel like we're swinging wildly between them in a really rushed, hurried state. And so that we don't feel like we're only focusing. Actually, one of you in your form said, I feel like I'm only doing client work. And so Fully Booked and Fully Creative, it is a standalone program that you can purchase, but you also get immediate access within the mastermind as soon as you sign up. And it helps you use your client work to become more creative and use your creative work, building your body of work to sign more clients. Again, ripple effects through your field that keep rippling even when you're sleeping, resting, all that good stuff. So that's Brave. And if you have questions, I'm here and I'll drop the link. Let's see if I even have the link up here now. Do I? No. But it's CassieMendoza-Jones.com/mastermind. I'll pop it here. Let's see how quick my internet is while I'm on Zoom. So any other questions about the mastermind or about today? I'm here. There it is there. And I will send out this replay as soon as it's ready. And then I'll see you tomorrow if you can come tomorrow. And we'll meet for day 2, which is using your magic and spreading it through your business to sign more clients, create more income, receive that so beautifully in your body, connect, like expand your self-concept, and also really align with and connect with and love your offer as another channel of magic in your business. So we're going to do all of that. So I was going to say it's going to be a big day, but it will be the same as this, just like lots of flow and receiving. So just my thing is like have water. That's just what came through. Have some water, have a shower later. If you're near the ocean or like somewhere like I just see water. I'm seeing water. So have a swim if you can, or a shower or a bath, or just rinse your wrists with water, splash them on your face. Let's just keep tapping into flow by actually tapping into flow, water. Thank you so much, everyone. That was so beautiful. And I'll see you tomorrow if you will be here, or the next day, or on replay. I say there's always magic in replay and real time. And thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.